How's it, everyone? Wayne the Unknown here, and welcome back to another episode of Cosplay Talk, where we basically discuss everything pertaining to the cosplay community and conventions. I'm doing another episode for Get to Know That Cosplayer, and I'm joined by Vampy Kitty Claire. How you doing, Claire?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking me to be here.
You're very welcome. So basically, Get to Know That Cosplayer, we'll be talking about how you got into cosplay, the cosplays you've done, the conventions you've gone to, and advice and experiences you had over the past few years of cosplaying. So, to begin, how long have you been cosplaying for, and what got you into the hobby?
Uh, Officially cosplaying really just prior to the pandemic, but my whole life I always loved Halloween. Obviously, I mean I have a bunch of coffins on my shirt. You can see like I love Halloween. And so my
Nice.
favorite part was dressing up. And as a kid, I thought, okay, well, I'm a kid and I can play pretend. Then as you got older, you're kind of told you can't do that anymore, but that's wrong and nothing is
Yeah.
real and you can write your own rules. So dress up whenever you want, as whatever you want, wherever you
Can't argue with that logic.
want.
But yeah, no, how long have you been officially technically cosplaying for?
I think like late 2019 is when I finally, someone said, "You cosplay, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, I guess I kind of do." I guess I do exactly the definition of that.
So
Originally, I thought though to be a cosplayer, you had to have, what's her name? Allison Tabitha and like all these people with a
Jessica
bunch of
Negri and
followers.
all Kamui Cosplay, Mole Cosplay, all those cosplayers who've been doing this since like 2008.
Yeah, I thought, well, I'm too late to be a cosplayer, but that's not true. You can, if you have one, you're a cosplayer.
Oh yeah, no, no matter how old you are or young you are, you can cosplay. Well, I shouldn't say who you can cosplay whoever if you're younger because, there are some characters I think you should wait till you're at least 18 or older to cosplay.
Ah, yes. An important distinction to make.
Oh yeah. Um, we're gonna be starting with the conventions part of this. So, what was your very first convention? And what year was that in?
It was post pandemic and it was Megacon. I think it was 2021. It must have been because 2020 was shut down. So
No,
everyone had to wear a mask. I
we
went
don't we
as,
don't talk about 2020.
yeah. It was a traumatic year. But the year following, 2021, I went to Megacon. I went as Birds of Prey, Harley Quinn, in her
Nice.
like jean shorts and the whole look. And
Oh, the
I
one that she wears when she's trying to eat her sandwich.
no, I love that one. I almost got that jacket, but it's just the one with the white shirt and the black text that says Harley Quinn all over it.
From my favorite from the GCPD scene.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's
exactly.
probably my favorite outfit because she probably says the best line ever, "Run, piggy, run."
Before she shoots the like fun gun.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
yeah.
so
Oh,
good.
such a fun scene and probably my favorite outfit.
I don't know if you can see the poster behind me,
Yep.
but that's the giant like movie sized poster of Harley Quinn Birds of Prey. I love
Oh,
that.
such a good movie, an underrated movie in my opinion.
Agreed. I remember I walked by, I'm very, very pale. In real life, I'm even paler than I look on this camera. And someone asked me, like, how did you get your legs to look like that? And I was like, I put like they're fake tattoos. You can buy them online. And she's like, no, are you like wearing tights? And I was like, oh, no, I just look like that. I just look like I've jumped into a vat of acid.
Oh, or whatever chemical she jumped in.
Right. Yeah.
So MegaCon, that's in Florida if I'm not mistaken.
It is. It's in Orlando.
Yeah, I was just looking it up, and as of May of 2022, they had over 140,000 in attendance.
They did, which is
That's
why for May of 2023, I will not be one of the ones that are there.
oh no, I mean I'm looking at, and so as I tell people, you're allowed one. This is a PG-13 podcast. You are allowed one F word, but you can say any of the generic PG-13 F words like the A word, the S word, the B word.
Okay.
But I'm looking at a picture of MegaCon. I'm not sure what year, but for anyone who wants to like, that's a
Yeah.
general idea. Win tickets to Mega. Oh, good God. Okay, never.
It was a lot. The security was not prepared for the influx of people.
Well, I
And
mean, it's
it,
2021. What do you expect? People are tired of being home, of course. there was a spike. There was a spiked increase of, and I know, and Florida, from what I heard, was very lenient, was very meh on the guidelines, from what I've heard. But we're not going to get into that.
Yeah, it was something.
But yeah, MegaCon. What was it like when you went? Was that your first? And that was your first time going?
It was. I didn't go on Saturday is like the main day. That's definitely the biggest day. And I think we went on a Friday or something, and we met the Voice of Mercy, which is this little signature back here, and
Oh,
it was it
nice.
was so fun to just be around other people that loved the same things as you, and everyone was really respectful, which was terrific. Um, it was a good time to just like hang out and feel like even if you didn't know everybody there, even if you didn't know anyone there, you still felt like you were part of a community. So I really liked that.
Nice. Did you happen to get a picture with the voice actor of Mercy?
Yes, I did. I paid for the
Nice.
picture and the autograph.
I'm sure it was worth it though.
I'm a diva main, but I do love Mercy. I just think she's so cute.
Oh no, I'm a Cole Cassidy main, but yeah,
Are
no.
you?
Oh yeah, he's my
Man, if
favorite.
there's a good Cassidy on the enemy team, it's game over. You like cannot win.
Oh yeah, no, him and Reaper are my two mains.
Mm.
And Soldier 76, of course. What was it like going to such a big con for your first time?
It felt like in like Lifetime movies where the small city girl goes to the big town and you can see like
Hey, oh
wow
yeah.
taxis and wow a building, like it was just oh my god, look at all these vendors, look at all these people, there's so much going on, and it was really fun. But I think small cons have their charm as well.
Oh yeah, no, they do, and the one thing I like about some small cons, they are free. Some of them are.
Yes, yeah.
Especially if they're starting out.
Hmm. Or
Uh,
very low. I just went to one over the weekends, a couple weekends ago. It was like $5.
that's not see, I like small cons like that because unlike I know there's nothing wrong with the big cons, but I like that the small cons, like, yeah, we want people to come and see us, so we'll either do it for free or at least, to the local cons here in Oregon I go to are like $15.
Yeah, which is perfect. Makes it accessible to people.
Oh no, it really does, which is a nice thing, honestly. Um, so did you just do Harley Quinn for MegaCon, or did you do any others that day, or was it just uh Harley Quinn?
Yeah, the first day, the first con ever that I went to, it was just the Harley Quinn because I just bought the one ticket. I didn't know you like that it was a thing really to go multiple days. But that was the last time that I only went the one day. After that, I started going several days. But I debated in the morning if I should go as Lara Croft or as Harley Quinn, and I chose Harley Quinn because I spent a bunch of money on her wig.
Oh
But
yeah.
then I regretted it because Harley wears high heels and Lara Croft does not.
Oh,
So
yeah.
yeah.
Not that I can think of Laura Croft wearing any heels, but yeah. Yeah, no, Harley Quinn, yeah, because she's wearing those high heel boots in that scene as
Yeah.
well.
Hmm.
God, I commend anyone, whether they're male or female, and they wear any boots with heels. I commend them because I can't imagine that is not easy to do.
It is not. I cosplay Catwoman pretty frequently, and she's got these big old tall boots, which would truly be impossible to do any cat burglary in. But the aesthetic.
Oh, oh yeah, no, I've actually seen your Catwoman. It's really well done.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I have a
And it
little statue of her over there.
nice.
Let's see if I can. There we go. That's my little DC comic wall.
Oh yeah,
Those two old.
I see her in her 1990 gray outfit, which is probably my all-time favorite look, aside from her Arkham City version.
Oh, Arkham City's my favorite too.
Nice.
I like the Telltale version a lot as well.
Well, mainly because she's voiced by Laura Bailey. I mean, come
So
on. Come on now. What so how many cons have you been to total since you started cosplaying?
oh,
If you could remember.
yeah. It's really not as many as you might think. Two Megacons, two home mats, a Queen City, and two hotels.
Queen City?
Queen
What is
City Anime Con.
I have never heard of that.
It was smaller, but we, if you know, For the Love of Claude on Instagram, they were in charge of an arcane show, and I
I have
got to play
never
Jinx, which was
I
fun.
nice.
Mm.
I have never heard for the love. I've never heard of that. Mind talking a little bit about Queen City?
Yeah, I mean, it was nice. It was in like a hotel, which is nice. It's nice to have a hotel con because then you don't have to commute. There's not a shuttle, but it does mean that there's only so many elevators for 10,000 nerds,
I mean,
which takes a long time.
when you get a bunch of nerds and cosplayers into one place, I mean,
Yeah.
it could be a whole lot of fun.
I was standing there in like full Jinx, like the arcane look with like the to the floor blue
Oh yeah,
plates and whatever.
I've seen her wigs. I've seen people do
Yeah.
short versions. I've seen people do the long ass version like from the show.
Mm-hmm. It's my favorite thing though when normal people are just checking in at the hotel and they're like, "Is something like what's happening?" And I'm like, "What do you mean? What I is something abnormal to you? You don't always dress like this?" But I did accidentally meet the voice actress for Futaba from Persona 5. She was also in the elevator and we happened to get talking. And she was also, I think, the voice for Black Cat in Spider-Man PS4.
I think so. I
I
don't
might be
know.
wrong,
I'll have to look that up later, but I wouldn't be surprised.
but she was very nice. So cons are fun. You never
Oh
know who
yeah,
you're
no.
meet.
Oh, I wholeheartedly agree. So a question I've been starting to recently ask because I make it as a two-part question. Advice for con attendees who are not cosplaying going to their first con, and advice for cosplayers who want to go to their first con.
Um, if you're going for multiple days and you've never been to a con ever, I would maybe suggest the first day you go out of a cosplay, just so you can see what it's like. Because if you're in cosplay, you get stopped a lot, which is fine. It's nice because you
Oh,
get to meet other
I'm
people.
sure
But
you've been stopped a lot.
yeah, I mean, they're always, for the most part, very nice and considerate. But it's if you want to like look around at the vendors and like truly try and find some art or whatever, it's easier to do if you're out of cosplay. But if it is your first con and you are going in cosplay, particularly if you are female presenting or a woman identifying person, definitely go with other people because I understand that I'm walking around in a leather cat suit as Catwoman, but that doesn't mean it's an invitation for anything.
Oh
So
no. So basically, as I would say, bring a convention exit buddy with you, just in case you don't want to go alone or you need someone, or if you're in a big cosplay, a handler, so to speak.
yes, definitely. I would say that's number one.
No,
And
no.
also please eat because I
Oh
feel
yeah,
like
no.
no one eats before they go and everyone regrets it. So please eat
Well,
before
I
you go.
mean, and it doesn't help half the time that a convention will like have overpriced foods.
Oh yeah, that was the thing with actually Megacon. They didn't have any vegetarian options really, except one fried tofu taco stand.
Sorry, I'm not a fan of tofu. I mean, I like tofu and soup, but like based meats. No,
I
sorry.
love tofu, but when you're stranded at a hotel and you have to eat fried tofu tacos for like 4 days straight, I
It can,
suddenly don't like tofu anymore.
oh no, it can ruin it for you. And does MegaCon like I know some cons like some of the smaller cons did MegaCon have like any food trucks or anything, or was it just the food being sold at the con?
Hallmat did. Hallmat had several trucks to choose from. And then the smaller ones might not have any food at all, or they might just have one buffet line. It depends on their budget, how big they are. But yeah, MegaCon had several stands, but no food trucks.
And see, the one thing I like about food trucks, they'll usually have a vegetarian option.
Yeah, which is nice. Instead of like, can I have, I guess, the lettuce that you would normally put on a burger, just put a bunch of that in a bowl.
For him. Yeah, it's called a salad.
Mm-hmm.
Um. Also, yeah. By the way, I heard Holmat was pretty good last year. How was your experience with for Holiday Matsuri?
It was fun. It was bigger than it was the year prior, and I assume that this coming year it will be bigger again. But it was fun to see everybody's like holiday takes on their cosplays and just the creativity that went with it. I had to make a holiday Jinx outfit actually, which was so time consuming. And I don't think I'll ever make another holiday version that was that intricate. My friend who I don't know if you know Haunted Hostess, it's a friend of both Eric and mine.
I've heard of I've heard of Haunted Hostess. I've seen photos tag with them and Cassandra and everything.
Yeah, Haley's a wonderful person. She agreed to help me paint my pants the night before because hey, Jinx has those pinstripes,
Yeah,
and
is
I
this
was
the
not done.
holiday one? I'll be showing a bigger
That's
picture.
it. Yeah.
Oh,
Those pinstripes were, I understand why Jinx had a mental breakdown now. Okay.
I
Because
mean,
she had to paint her pants.
that's just one of many reasons why she had a mental breakdown. And we'll be, and like I said, when we get to the cosplay portion of this segment, I definitely want to talk more about your jinx and how you did, the pants and everything.
Sure.
But yeah, I heard Holiday Matsuri. A lot of people like doing holiday themed versions of characters, which I think is really cool.
It is. A friend of mine, Elle, did a holiday version of Lady Dimitrescu from Resident Evil, but she was on stilts and she did like a full
Ah,
Santa look. Like people really go all out.
oh yeah, no, I've seen my fair share of holiday versions of Lady Dimitrescu from Resident Evil Village, which
Mhm.
like going the extra. I feel like when they go the extra mile with the stilts and then the big, claw glove.
Oh yeah, the big like fingers. So cool.
Oh yeah. And I'm sure you can agree with this, that if you're going to a con, whether it's your first time going, or even if you've been going for a long time, always have a set budget.
Oh my goodness. Please, please have a budget because if you don't have a budget, you will ruin yourself.
Oh, I believe it.
You're just surrounded by people with these like very niche, beautiful, unique pieces of art or figures or
Oh yeah.
whatever, and like it's tailored to you. Maybe you're in the cosplay of this like beautiful piece of art, but you've spent $400 already that weekend. So yes, that's an excellent piece of advice.
Oh
I'm
no, and
glad that you
always.
mentioned that.
Oh no, I always try to mention that. Always, one thing is just, if you are gonna buy art, always support your local artists who are vending at a con, because they're the ones who are really, putting the work in to have their stuff. Mainly not for the money, but more like to promote their stuff.
Right.
So yeah, I definitely support your local artists, and yeah, definitely have a set budget, because next thing you know, it's like end of day one, and you already have like $5 left in your wallet because you just wanted to.
And then how
Uh,
will you afford the next 3 days of fried tacos?
oh yeah.
You've already expended your budget.
Oh yeah, no, it's always good to have a set budget, and I feel like wait till like the second or last day of a con to buy something. I feel like the first day is like look at the con, see what the con has to offer, and then like, okay, yeah, this is where I want to go and buy whatever the next day.
Yes. I mean, go into it with the knowledge that it might be sold, but what's supposed to come to you will come to you. If
No,
it's meant to be, it'll be there.
no, and the best thing about local artists is sometimes they'll have a Etsy, so you can ask them, hey, will you have this on your shop if you like are sold out of it here?
Definitely. They almost always have business cards.
Oh no, definitely. So I was gonna say, oh yeah, I'm gonna say my one effort, but fuck. What's been your favorite con that you've been to so far?
Hmm. I don't know. I like them all for different reasons. They all have very different vibes. I've not been to Dragon Con, but I've heard that it's a lot of people's favorites.
Oh yeah, it's I call it the Disneyland of the convention community.
Yeah.
From what I've heard, it's a really fun con, and that con's at the top of my bucket list cons.
Maybe I'll have to go. It's
I I,
a
I've heard
drive,
good
but
I've heard good things about previous guests I've had on here. Have they've said nothing but good things about Dragon Con.
yeah. I think my only like truly huge con this year will be we're trying to go to New York City Comic Con, which will be my first time going to that. But I'm so
Ooh,
excited.
nice.
Hmm.
That's gonna be a really fun con from what I've seen on YouTube and everything.
Yeah, I'm so stoked. I love New York City anyway, and like what a cool opportunity to go shoot Spider-Gwen or Black Cat
Oh
or
yeah, definitely a lot of Marvel themed cosplays, or even DC cosplays for that one.
yeah, because there's some like, grungier graffiti areas to shoot like Catwoman or Harley Quinn and
Or even Jinx for that matter too. If you
Jinx would
find
be real cool up
if you
there.
find the right stuff. So like I said, your interview won't be out till October.
That's fine.
Like, so yeah, your interview will be out a few days before Halloween.
Oh wow, that's perfect. Happy
Yeah.
Halloween,
Yeah.
everyone.
Well, yeah. October 28th is when this interview will be out. So by that time, what cons will you have gone to by then, and what cons do you hope to go to for the rest of the year for 2023?
If I go to a con between now and October, it is not currently planned, but New York City Comic Con is in October. So
Nice.
I think I might have already gone to that by the time that this airs. And then
Oh yeah.
Hallmat.
Yeah, because Hallmat's always at like what, December. I don't know when Hallmat exactly is in
Yeah, I
December.
think this year they moved it up. It might be closer to Thanksgiving. I don't know. I'll have to double check that
Yeah,
because that might not be true.
I've noticed a lot of well-known cons like always have the have the date early, have it on a set day, or I guess it just depends on when they can afford the convention center.
Yeah.
Is what I've noticed a lot of. Well, I hope you have a good time at home at the Hollyman at Surrey, and can't wait to hear your experience going to NYCC.
Yeah, thank you. Are you planning on going to any?
I live in Oregon, so my conventions are limited. I am going to two local cons and a Medford, which they just moved to a new location. It's going to be 2 days. A con called Metal Art Comic Con, which is like 30 minutes away from where I live in Oregon, and then I'm going to a con in Portland for the first time called KomoriCon, which is a well-known anime convention in Portland, Oregon.
Do you have a favorite anime?
Ooh, I'm gonna be a bit biased here. If I have to go old school, it'd have to be between Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball.
Oh, excellent choice.
Oh yeah, no. I was raised on I was raised on all the older anime like Gundam, Big Zero, all
Mhm.
that. So now I want to talk about the cosplay stuff. So as I always ask, for cosplayers who are on a budget or those who want to get into cosplay, would you recommend like thrifting, upcycling, or even like going on Amazon and just buying your cheap put together cosplay, which I feel like there's nothing wrong with, especially if you don't have like a whole lot of monies on you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You can make all kinds of things out of the most random materials. I made Harley Quinn's hammer out of foam and cardboard and a PVC pipe. So I think the whole thing cost me like $8.
Yeah, because
Um,
her prop, if you like, can be really expensive too. From what I've seen like just basic like go for $100 on Amazon one time.
yeah, it can be. I think it's probably more rewarding to build your own, but there's nothing wrong with if for some reason you decide to buy it, you can buy it. I buy a lot of my cosplay. That I
And
usually
there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I usually buy a cosplay and then change it to be whatever I specifically want it to be. Like my Catwoman cowl thing came and it was deeply unflattering
Oh, you
initially.
basically had to like modify it to have it look more accurate.
Oh yeah, I glued it. I sewed the strap in. I had to change the ears. I spray painted it so you can get pieces and then modify them however you want to be specifically yours.
Yeah, and see that's what I like. I've noticed like when people like will sometimes buy a costume like of it like an anime character online, but it's just like things don't fit, it's come ripped, so you'll like have to go online and like buy buy the pieces separately to fit with that costume.
Right. I think at its core, cosplay is really just truly like diving into whatever it is that has always made you happy. And it's just a way to even just get more of that like juice that comes from whatever story that you love. So it doesn't have to be immaculate. It just has to be enough for you.
Oh no, I wholeheartedly 100% agree on that. So, you said your very first official cosplay was Harley Quinn's GCPD outfit.
That,
Um,
that was the first one I wore to a con. I think
oh,
my
for
first cosplay like ever was Megra from Hercules.
ooh,
Yeah. I love
nice.
Meg. Who doesn't?
I've seen a few people cosplay her, and it's always really well done. I
Mm.
commend anyone who commits to wearing her wig.
Oof. Yeah. At the time, I used my real hair because I truly had no experience with wigs. But it was still hard.
Oh, I believe it. So, when you did Harley Quinn's GCPD outfits, because that's what I call it, did you have her fun gun prop?
No. Oh, I haven't. And I've thought about because a friend of mine, I can't remember his handle. His name is Matt. I think it's Splat Cosplay, 3D prints, and he has a whole shop. And I've thought about like seeing if he wants to do one. Maybe I'll message him after this.
Gotta see if you can make it. Well, I don't know if you could make it functional because like I just love how it shoots paint, confetti, and then that paint
Bean
dust,
bags.
beanbags, and that paint dust stuff is like that's probably
Yes.
my favorite prop from that movie, just because it just shoots anything and everything.
There's that one where she like swings it and she spins it over her shoulder and shoots
Mm-hmm.
it backwards. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
it's just so
I
good.
mean, they don't call it a fun gun for nothing. But yeah, what was it like cosplaying that for your convention cosplay?
Oh, I don't know. I thought I would stick out more than I did, and not in a an attention seeking way, but almost in like a am I ready to actually wear this to a con because I don't want to be noticed, which is a weird feeling for my first con, but because everyone there is in cosplay, people are in 7 foot tall foam
Oh,
armor,
big, massive.
you
I've
know.
seen my fair share and heard my fair share of people like, and I gotta commend them if that I gotta commend those who do those big bulky cosplays where
Mm.
there's a big poofy dress, a big armor. Like, I commend you if you can hold your bladder and not have to go to the bathroom.
Yes.
Or those who wear like the Zentai or Catwoman suits. Like, if you're able to hold your bladder, good for you.
Mm. Yes, absolutely. That was a good thing about Harley Quinn because it was just jean shorts. So you just go to the bathroom like you go to the bathroom, but there are some that are a bit more intricate and a bit more frustrating to get in and out of.
Oh, I'll
But yeah, it
bet.
was nice. I loved it. I felt comfortable and fun, and it was just nice. You put in all
Nice.
that work and now you get to show it off.
And did you do her tattoos like she has in the movie?
I did. Yeah, I did all of her tattoos.
Like by hand, or like you bought the tattoo prints?
No, I do the heart that she has, and then the rotten. Usually, I'll do by hand because putting the water tattoo would usually mess up my makeup.
Oh yeah.
But all the other ones are, yeah, those are just the water based where you put the towel on your skin.
Oh, nice.
Hmm.
That's pretty cool. Speaking of big cosplays, what's like, it's usually a question I would ask like after, but what's like been the biggest cosplay you ever done, whether it's size or just it took a long time to do?
I think maybe my most time consuming was on Takamaki from Persona 5, but I think the
Who?
character on Takamaki,
To, comma.
she's the blonde from Persona 5.
Mm, I'm looking her up right now, but continue.
Yeah. I think the character that I've invested the most time in is Anastasia for sure, because I have so many of her costumes. Are you looking her up?
Oh, okay, I know her now. She is the one who wears the red cat devil cat suit thing.
She does. I did her school look.
Oh, the
Yes, because I had to
nice.
hand sew those like 3 stripes at the bottom and then like cut things to make it look right, and it was fun because I love on, but I will not do that again. That was once that cosplay breaks, I just will not have an on Takamaki anymore.
So on from Persona 5 and Anastasia. I've seen your Instagram. You've actually did like her peasant girl look, as I call it.
Yes, I've done her blue boat dress, her like orphan look, and then the Once Upon a December dress. And
All right.
next month I'll be shooting her opera dress as well.
Ooh.
Yeah, I love Anastasia.
I'll write that down too. So yeah, I just wrote down. I make a list of the cosplays people just talk about, so it makes it easier when it comes to editing. So I like don't have to listen to it when I do edit because that takes a lot longer. So her you done Anastasia cosplays and her opera dress. That's gonna be okay. I'm gonna have to look that up. I haven't seen Anastasia in a long time.
Well, you need to watch it immediately following this interview then. I mean,
Probably
immediately.
probably will. Let me see if it's oh, her fancy like blue. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow, that's boy. It's a
I have
lot
to
of blue.
finish it, but then I will shoot
Then you will
it.
do it.
Yes.
Nice. So, speaking of the cosplays you've done, what's that one cosplay you haven't done in so long that you would like to bring back?
Kind of Harley Diva. I don't know. There's so many that I mean, it's the trial of a cosplayer to have 70 unfinished projects, you know.
Oh
So I
yeah.
get distracted by those, and sometimes I forget about the old ones, but I have Jane from Tarzan that I haven't worn for years. And I've thought about bringing her back, and Sailor Jupiter.
Which version of Jane? Her yellow dress or the oh, so
Yeah,
the one that we first meet her in with her. Okay.
yes,
And who's the other one you said?
Sailor Jupiter.
Sailor. She's probably my favorite aside from Mars.
Me too. I don't know if you can see it. There's a little um sparkling water can from Tokyo up there with
Yeah,
Sailor Jupiter on it.
I can see it. Sailor, nice. Yeah, no, like I said, I commend anyone who can wear those skin tight outfits and just like be perfectly fine.
Yeah, they're sometimes they're more comfortable, but sometimes they're definitely restricting.
Oh, I imagine they are. So now, as I call it, what's been that one and done cosplay? Was a cosplay that you only did once because it was for a group, a friend asked you to do it, or you were just curious?
Um, if probably the Suicide Squad Harley Quinn. I tried really hard to make a giant ball gown. And I don't know how to sew. So
Oh,
any
her iconic red dress with the black combat boots and the javelin.
yes, and it took me all day to put together something that was even reminiscent of it. And I have lost some of the pieces immediately following that. So unless I just start completely over, that's done.
Oh man, I might as well ask, how long did it take you to make the her red dress?
It was I got like base pieces, but then I just went to Joann's because it's got like folds and stuff over it. And I had a red corset already. And then I got this like ripped up red dress. But then I went to Joann's and I found red sparkly fabric and I was like, I'll just make a dress. And I didn't think that through. So I had to cut out all these things and they all pinned and there were snaps all over the place. I mean, it took forever. And I don't have a dress form. So I have to put it on my body, look at it, measure it, take it off my body, cut it, do whatever I need to, and put it back on my body to see if it
I'm
works.
sure if you ever get the chance, you'll probably buy a dress form to make it easier.
I really need to.
Because I know some
I
people
think,
will do like the saran wrap method with the duct tape to make like a body shell thing.
yeah, I tried that to make a pattern for a spat once for spats, and it was tragic. And I tried it 5 times in a row, and not a single one of them worked. And I said, you know what? I don't really need spats. That's okay.
No, no. From coming from someone who's worn spats for a Joker cosplay years ago, yeah. I'd rather just buy them and make them. I can't make I'm not really good at making things, so I'll just buy something or have a
Yeah,
friend commission it.
exactly.
And so you've also said you made props. So aside from Harley Quinn's prop hammer, what's been your other favorite prop that you've made?
Honestly, I don't usually use that many. She was the only one that I really wanted to invest the time into. Other props that I have, like I couldn't have made, like Anastasia's music box, is intricate. I have no idea how to put together a music box. But if you do, congratulations, that's incredible.
Oh yeah, no.
Um, but I've thought about getting more into making props. A friend of mine made a bunch of like grenades for the Arcane show. He was the Echo in the show. His name's Leroy. It's like Omegle something. Oh, I can't remember his username, but he's very nice. He has a shop and he just makes them like they're nothing. Like he just cranks them out. He's so good at it, and he says it's really fun. So maybe I'll take his advice and start making my own
Mm.
props.
Hey, that's that's always good. So yeah, I wanted to go back to your holiday jinx. So what was it
Mhm.
like making her peppermint striped her peppermint her candy cane striped pants? Yeah.
Mm. It was a process. It really was. And they look so simple because at their core, they are. They're just white leggings with stripes. But oh, I had like a measurer to make sure they were all perfect. And then I had to they were stretchy, so it pulled at the fabric and sometimes it would go under the paint and then I had to change all the stripes. Like that was hours of work and I just about threw them out the window and said, never mind. I will simply stay home. But actually when Haley came over to help, she was so nice. And just mentioned like it doesn't have to be perfect because no one is going to go and be like, what a great haul, Matt, except for that one Jinx's pinstripes were not exact. you know, no one cares. It's for you. So just do whatever you can.
Oh yeah, no. Um, Also, did you paint her tattoos yourself as well? Because I know she has like cloud smoke shaped tattoos on her body.
I can't remember if I did tattoos that day.
Or no, I mean I
Mm.
think you did actually it was your regular Jinx.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That one, no, I did not paint them. For the Love of Claude, I believe painted them that day.
Oh, that was nice. I mean, yeah, she has a lot of. And did you also wear did you wear her pink contacts or her where did you have
I use colored contacts sometimes for that. I didn't because it was for a show and I didn't want my vision to be impaired, but I use Mocha Queen
Yeah,
contacts a
I
lot.
saw you I saw a clip of that on your Instagram where you're doing it
Mhm.
for your Catwoman.
Yeah, the green contacts. I love
Oh, and
those.
those look really convincing. Like those look
They
like
look like
actual.
eyeballs.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
look like actual colored. Yeah, no, those are. See, Moco Queen. I've never heard of that brand. Mind telling a little bit. Telling a little about that brand. I've never heard of
Yeah.
it.
I mean, they messaged me and said, "Can we send you some contacts?" And I was like, "Yeah, I know how to use contacts. I'll let you know." And then I put them in, and I wasn't really expecting much because I've had pretty bad luck with colored contacts. I bought like a super expensive pair once, and that was really the only nice pair I've ever had. They were almost $100. So yeah, I don't want to do that every time. But I put them in and I was surprised I could see they were comfortable. This sounds like an ad, and I promise it's not. I would let you know if they were the worst. I will say the green were more comfortable than the pink. Um,
Well, I mean, because the green's more natural, and pink is kind of like
yeah, sometimes when you blink, they readjust. That's just what contacts do. You have glasses. I don't know if you ever wear regular contacts, but
I do not. I don't like putting things near my eyes. Trust me.
yeah, I don't
That's
know
just
how people
it's
do it with the nails. That scares
and
me.
I've seen like you can get like tools as well for
The
contacts.
like pincher, yeah.
Yeah, the pinchers and then the thing that like yeah, I've seen those online for those who
I
are
definitely
like
only use my finger. But I wash your hands, please.
oh yeah
And
no.
also, if you're at the con and your eyeball is bugging you, please go wash your hands before you put your hand in your eye after you've been at a con. Please, please.
You I take it you've learned that lesson before.
Oh no, I'm terribly scared of germs. So I'm constantly aware of it. But I've seen other people do it. And then I'm like, do you remember when you had your hands on the ground, when you sat on the floor and you touched everything down Vendor's Alley and you
Or
shook
when
that
you're
person's
like
hand?
or you're eating food or something.
Or you were eating food and now you put it in your eyeball.
Oh, that's just a scary thought.
Yeah.
Um, so what other contacts have you worn for cosplays? Like what's been your favorite contacts to wear for cosplay?
Um, probably the green ones. I really did like those. It's fun when you have like an anime character and you have exaggerated eyeballs, just because
Oh,
it's
I mean like
like anime.
I wonder which character's the main one. Oh, maybe the one with the blue colored hair and the red color eyes.
Right. Exactly. I think probably my least favorite ones I've ever worn, and I didn't really do it for an actual cosplay, even though I thought about it for Makoto, but red. Red was annoying.
Oh, you cosplay Makoto?
I ha- I have it in my
Oh,
house and I have had it for a while, but I just have not gotten around to it yet.
who's Makoto again?
Makoto is also from Persona 5, Makoto Nijima.
I'm looking them up. I've played a little bit of Persona 5. Oh, she's the one with the iron mask looking thing.
Yeah. Again,
Which
I have her school outfit, but she's got red eyeballs.
oh yeah, for anyone wondering, for those who haven't played PS5,
Makoto.
yeah, those are some. Yeah, I can imagine. Same when people wear those Scalara lenses when they want to cosplay
Oh,
like when they want to cosplay like Silco from
yeah,
Arcane.
absolutely could not wear a Scalara.
Oh, I can't imagine what it's like wearing that.
It would bother me.
Oh, I'll bet. So, what has been your all-time favorite cosplay? Like it's a cosplay, whether it's a comfort cosplay, a character you always enjoy cosplay no matter what.
Anastasia. Definitely. I know I mentioned her so many times, and I apologize if I sound like a broken record. I
Oh
do
no,
love
you're
all the
fine.
cosplays that I have. I mean, I have them because I love them, but yeah, Anastasia reminded me like why I cosplayed, and it was nice. I put it on and I saw myself in the mirror and I was like, I'm this thing that I always looked up to. I'm like my childhood favorite, and it felt good. And sometimes you get caught up in like, I have to post, I have to do this, I have to do that. And there's like a weird pressure right now on cosplayers to have such a huge catalog of cosplays to choose from. Um, which I
I
knocked
don't.
my
Oh no.
microphone.
Oh no. Don't I do the same thing?
Okay.
And I have no judgment. I feel like you should cosplay whoever you want to cosplay.
Right. But yeah, Anastasia just it felt like I was just playing pretend again. It was really nice. I think I needed it when I got it.
Nice. And I've also noticed on your Instagram you've done body paint. What has that been like doing body paint, especially because I've noticed you did She-Hulk.
I did. I love She-Hulk. That was I think I did that before the show even came out. And I was so excited for it because that was really my first like full body paint thing that I wanted to do. And that's why I haven't done it since because it's so much work. After it's on and you forget about it. But yeah, putting it on is hard, and you have to kind of get different paints for different parts of your skin because it takes to the paint differently.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, they make things like arm socks and like skin tight bodysuits now that are
Right.
the color, which, makes it easier so people only just have to like paint their face.
Exactly. After I shot with I think his username is photography by Andrew Walt. He's a great guy, super easy to shoot with. That we were right next to like a downtown area. So I was like, let's go get a beer. And he was like, okay. And then I walk up to order a beer and they were like, whoa. And I said, I am gonna be honest with you, I completely forgot that I'm She-Hulk right now.
That's a lot of green too.
It was a lot. And he said, if I don't get it to you quick enough, are you gonna Hulk out? And I was like, I don't
Is
know,
this
maybe.
the one right here?
Yeah, that's it.
That's really well done. How long did it take to get the body paint on?
I want to say it was like an hour, maybe. Highlighting is really important though when you body paint. Because if I didn't have, like, I used darker green for contour and a yellow to highlight the green. And that's the only way I was able to like carve out a face shape instead of looking like a little toad. So definitely super important.
And you said you've cosplayed as Black Cat from Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Which version did you do?
Spider-Man PS4, Black
Oh
Cat.
no, oh, from the DLC. Nice.
Yeah. I think it was The Heist was the name of
Yeah,
it.
that's the name. And yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
Felicia Hardy is real cool. I like
Oh
her.
yeah.
I'm glad she's getting some more credit.
Oh yeah, no, I'd like to definitely have to agree on that.
Hmm.
So let's see here now. So cosplays that you are going to be, since like I said, this won't be coming out till October. What cosplays will you have done by then? And then what cosplays do you have planned for like Hallmat and NYCC?
Yeah, I don't have any plan for Hall Mat right now. That's far from now. I might do Rise of Skywalker, the white outfit for Rey. I love Rey,
Ooh.
and the white outfit is my favorite one. I'm making a little original character, which is super fun to do. And something I didn't know that was an option until recently.
Oh yeah, OCs are like very, I mean, they're somewhat well known in the cosplay scene.
Yeah, they're great. They're so much fun, and what a fun way to be like creative, and then you don't have to worry about being screen accurate because it's your design. Do whatever you
My
want.
mind, if you can, mind telling a little about your OC?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So I made a Pirate OC like a year and a half ago, maybe, and I finally got to wear the outfit to a Ren fair recently, and I just loved it. So I was like, oh my God, I have to make a new one. So I have a new one coming out, which I don't think anyone is truly jacked about except me, but I'm so excited. And her name is going to be Victoria.
Nice. You see, as long as I feel like if you enjoy it, that's all that matters. And
Yeah.
those who don't like agree or whatever, like what, that's their opinion. But as long as you enjoy it, that's all that matters.
Yes. Oh, I love hearing the lore from everybody too. Do you have a pirate OC?
I do not. I have like I wouldn't say I have like an elf mage OC I want to do, and I have a medieval a D&D warrior class type OC character I want to do. And I also have some Star Wars OCs I want to do in the future.
Oh, so cool. There's so many in the Star Wars universe that you could put together.
Oh yeah. So what is your all-time dream cosplay? Like as a character you've always wanted to do, but you've never had the time, skill, money, whatever to do it.
Probably Emily from Corpse Bride or Mrs. Lovett from Sweeney Todd.
Ooh.
Those are big ones for me. I would love to do those, but I've even tried to like at one point I had enough money and nothing was really going on in my life. I was like, I'm going to throw a lot of money at Emily. And I couldn't find anyone to make the dress because everyone was like, that's too complicated.
I've seen people do their takes on Emily's dress from the Corpse Bride.
Hmm.
A few people I follow who've done like body paint. I've seen a few. Yeah, it's look, but I don't know what kind of dress they use. But yeah, I've seen people do Corpse Bride a few times.
Yeah. I tried to go, you mentioned upcycling. I went to a thrift store to look for a wedding dress that was even similar that I could maybe turn into it. But wedding dresses at thrift stores are kind of expensive.
Oh yeah, even just like your basic white one can be
Yeah,
not so cheap.
exactly. I was a little surprised by that, but one day, maybe, I hope.
Nice. So another question I ask, it's one of my favorites. Oh, wait, what was I gonna? Oh yeah. Since you wear heels, it's something I always ask for anyone who does heels. Advice for those who want to wear heels for a cosplay, whether it's, and they want to wear it for the first time,
Bring quitter shoes.
like flats or
Yeah.
or Uggs.
Yes, absolutely. It's not if you try your shoes on before you go. If you know that you have a time limit, don't push yourself past the time limit because it's not worth it to have blisters for the next 3 weeks, you know?
Oh yeah, no, I completely agree. Also, because I've noticed you've done group and pair cosplays on your Instagram. What's that been like, and what's been your favorite group or pair cosplay?
It's
It's a
always
question. It's a
fun.
question I've been recently asking. I always forget it to ask.
You remembered this time.
Oh yeah, I did.
It's always fun to cosplay with other people, especially when those people are so like easygoing and laid back, and it doesn't feel like I'm here to get a shot. It feels like we're hanging out and like what a fun activity for us to do, you know? I love it. I loved working with specifically Alex, Darth Bat on Instagram because we did Batman and Catwoman together, and those are super special characters for both of us. So that was really fun and very easy. We actually did get the fire department called on us during that shoot because we used smoke bombs on a rooftop, which, okay, yeah, retroactively, that's stupid, but
A
here
kind
we
of a
are.
big, a kind of a little no, but I get people like using the smoke bombs to make. I've seen people use the smoke bombs for photos a lot.
Yeah. And I've used them before, but I think it's because when they're like, we usually use pink or blue or purple, but we used gray, which looks like smoke. So when they came, I looked over the top of the roof and I made eye contact with the man driving the fire truck. And he saw me and I'm dressed like a freaking cat. So he came upstairs and I thought he was going to tell us off. I was like, here are the fireworks we used. I'm so sorry. Nothing's wrong. We can leave if you need us to. He was like, wow, you guys look really good. Can I get a picture with you? So
See,
it ended up being okay.
that is always cool.
Yeah.
So that was a pair cosplay. What's been your favorite group cosplay to do with a group of people?
Um, well, it's hard to pick just one because they all have different vibes to them, which is so much fun. At home at we got to do like a holiday arcane, which was really rad. We had a Vi and a Victor, a Caitlin and a Jinx, which was super, super cool. It's I think I want to focus on that coming up more, to do more group cosplays because it's a different dynamic. It's hard to get everybody's schedules together, but it is really fun.
Oh no, yeah, no. Coming from someone who sets up interviews with people not only here in the States, but and other parts of the country, no, I completely understand that.
Yeah. I'm working on one, maybe, hopefully we do it, with Rye Sugar for the Love of Claude and Kelly Kirstein to do the KDA members from League of Legends.
Ooh, I've seen people. I've seen those in person, and I've heard people on here do them,
Hmm.
and I hear people always have a lot of fun.
Yeah. They're really cool. They just showed them to me because I really didn't play League. I tried, but the barrier to entry is very, very high.
I'm not big on LOL, but
Yeah.
I like the show.
I love the show and love
Nice.
KDA now.
Oh yeah, no, that's so KD. How do you? Okay, oh, it's KD. Okay.
Yeah, like the KDA.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, oh yeah. So you've traveled. It's a question I forgot to ask during the convention portion. So you've traveled out of state for cons, right?
Yeah.
Advice for those who want to travel out of their own state for a convention.
It's much easier to drive. Much easier. That was something Haley mentioned because she went as Caitlin for Hallmat, and Caitlin has her gun, which you cannot travel with.
Oh, that's a and her rifle is freaking huge. It's
Yeah,
like a good 4 or 5 feet.
it like clearly it's not a real gun, but it looks like one, and I
Oh
feel
yeah.
like taking that through security is really, really hard. Plus, it's hard to pack a wig because then you get there if you pack a wig, you have to pack all of the things to
Oh,
style a
not to
wig.
mention, her hair is really long too. And then did she do the hat as well, or was it her other, as I call it, her cupcake outfit?
It was like a reminiscent of the cupcake outfit for her.
Nice.
But yeah, I don't think I've flown yet. I will for New York City Comic Con, which I think is why we're going to see a lot of like Spider Gwen Black Cat stuff from me
Oh yeah,
because
oh
that's
yeah.
very
No,
easy to pack.
it's if it's not a New York Comic Con if you don't run into any Marvel characters, especially Spider-Man.
Exactly.
Nice. Well, that's gonna be cool to see when you guys go to New York Comic Con. I can't wait to hear about that. Any other convention related question? Oh yeah, ever had a Con Crunch cosplay?
Yes, all of them. Yeah. They are. Yes.
So, it's a question I always ask for Con Crunch. If so, say someone's on a Con Crunch, like, it's they're at the hotel slowly working on their cos and they can't get it finished. Would you recommend, if they want to, or if you have, would you recommend they bring a backup, something that's already been done, whether it's something, they made prior or it's something casual?
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of times where especially if you're staying at the hotel with a group of friends, you'll go to the con and you'll have your Aerith or your, whatever on. And then you come back, you change out, and a lot of times you just change into like a really comfortable one, whether it be like a spider suit or like an easy anime one, like your Forger from Spy Family.
Which
So
you've which
comfortable.
which you've done.
Hmm. Oh
Which
yeah.
you've done her. So speaking of your, have you just done her red sweater version?
Yeah,
Or
that's the only one I have so far, but maybe I'll do her little assassin black dress.
ooh.
That'd be fun.
I've seen people do a lot of yours red sweater version, and it's someone I heard him someone once called the red sweater a virgin sweater because it has that revealing back.
It does. It's comfortable though,
Well,
especially because I live in Florida.
it looks comfy.
It was nice at the I just worked at that tiny little con that I said was $5 because it was super hot in one of the rooms, but I had a nice little breeze on my back, so that helped.
Very nice. But yeah, no, like you said, it doesn't hurt to bring a spare.
Yeah. It's something easy, something small.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. So we're getting to probably two of my favorite questions. Actually, two and a half. Ever had any cosplay mishaps with any of your cosplays, like something ripped, tore, fall off, broke, snap, scratched, just anything that could go wrong, did go wrong?
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. My first hall mat I tried to do like a holiday version of Catwoman and I tried to make this like this snowflake belt, like a snowflake utility belt.
I saw that. That look really well made.
It broke immediately.
Uh-oh.
I think we got there. I think I got my wristband and it broke. And I had to like tie things. And I worked on that for so long and it was too delicate. I didn't use the right
It's
glue.
just like, yeah, I'm not gonna stay together.
Yeah. But you learn more from your failures than you do your successes. So now I know what kind of glue to use in the future.
Oh no, it's always what glue did you happen to use at the time?
I just use like Gorilla Glue, but it has to be hot glue.
Oh yeah, no. Hot glue is a cosplayer's best friend,
It
from what I've
really
heard.
is. Yes, absolutely.
Now also, it's kind of a two-parter. What has been like the most awkward, weirdest, funny moment at a con, and do you have a convention horror story that you would like to share? That are appropriate, I should say, that are PG-13.
Oh, I have like a lot of them.
Okay, well, what's been your weirdest awkward moment, and what's been a convention horror story that you have?
But you said appropriate. So let me just filter.
It's got to at
Let
least be.
me
It's
filter
got
real
like I
quick.
said. This ain't like geeking out or yeah, Game of Thrones where it's unfiltered to a certain point, but you got to keep it PG-13. That's all I ask.
Hmm. Yeah. Oh, there's all kinds of little awkward things that happen from like where someone goes, "Oh, hey," and you like don't remember them, but you have to pretend like you do. And then maybe they don't remember who you are either. To like things falling off or falling apart, or maybe you rip something in your costume that's now an immediately noticeable issue.
Oh boy, I can't imagine where the rip was.
Yep. It happens. Make sure you bring like an emergency sewing kit.
Oh, definitely, I agree. Any convention horror stories you like to share? Like it just kind of made you go like, did that actually just like, yeah, okay, that's just Not.
Yes, yeah, that happened once when I was Catwoman. I was standing with Alex, who was Batman, and he's 6'4", dressed as Batman. So, I figured that was a good enough bodyguard. It was not. A man walked by and made it known that he liked my outfit with his hand as he came by me. And then
Cosplay does not equal consent.
it does not equal
I don't.
consent
I just one thing. People, and like little kids, I can understand.
because they
So
don't know. They're
they
little
don't know.
kids.
They don't know any better. Like
They probably just want to feel what the material
like
is.
little kids, I can understand. Teenagers and adults, I'm just like, you need to know better at that point.
And he did, because he did it and then he sprinted away.
Oh, he got caught.
Yeah, so he knew.
Oh, what
He knew.
the? Oh.
Mm-hmm.
It's just sad when adults do it because they have the big signs. Especially, I would figure, and this was at what con was this at?
This
Megacon.
was a Megacon.
And don't they have the signs about saying cosplay is not consent? Always ask, this, and this before whatever.
Yeah.
It's
Oh yeah.
sad. It's sad when an adult does. It just and it happens to both male and female cosplayers, but I've come to realize it happens to more female cosplayers than male cosplayers.
Yes, it does. It happens certainly to both of them. But female cosplayers, especially because so many female characters are in cat suits or bikinis or armor that looks like a bikini or whatever it may be, people tend to confuse that with an invitation, which it most certainly is not and will never be.
Oh, no, 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 no. Always ask, and if they say no, respect that. And also, if you see someone eating at a con, don't go up asking for a picture because I don't think someone wants, I don't think someone in a Catwoman cosplay wants their photo taken while they're eating a sandwich or something.
Yeah, that's a good rule. It's okay to come over and be like, I wanted to tell you I like your cosplay. I'm really not too picky. You can pretty much come up and say anything as long as it's not explicit.
Oh yeah, it looks like
And
it's
I'll be
it
okay with
looks
it.
like it's getting a little dark in your room. I can barely see.
I know. I'll stand right up close. Maybe if I turn on I have 3 monitors in front of me. So maybe
Oh,
if I turn on my other monitor, I'll get enough light.
there we go. Sorry, I just noticed it got dark, real dark outside of your
There we go.
place. There we go. That works.
Yeah, I'm in Orlando, so it's about to get dark now.
Oh, geez.
Mhm.
It's like it's still daylight here. It's like 3 o'clock over here. What has been your favorite convention moment? Like to this day, it's something you always remember no matter what.
Oh, it was probably doing the Arcane show in Queen City Anime Con. That was a really, really cool moment. And it was a very talented cast of very good people.
Nice. I'm sure that's like probably one of your best memories. Another question I forgot. Have you ever competed at a convention before or ever been like a special guest?
No, I haven't. I don't know. Would the pressure get to me? Who knows? But I really love watching them, especially if it's a cosplay judging event and they take into account the amount of effort and like the hours put in and the quality, like invisible zippers I know is one that they look for and stuff. But yeah, I like them a lot, but I've never done them. I've never guested or anything.
Would you ever would you ever consider being in a cosplay contest?
I would guest at a con. I would probably not do a cosplay contest.
That's fair.
Yeah, not because I don't like them or respect them, but I think the imposter syndrome would get to me.
Oh yeah, no, hey, that's completely understandable.
I think
Um,
even if I won, I'd be like, but did you see theirs?
oh yeah, no, I commend anyone who wants to enter a cosplay contest. I would never do it personally myself, but that's
Mhm.
just me.
Yeah.
So yeah, you actually answered a really good chunk of my questions.
Oh,
So I
good.
guess trying to think what else. I can't think. Words. So I guess the last question is just advice in general for those who are listening or watching this that you would like to throw out there.
Ooh, concerning just cosplay in general?
Just yeah, just in general for those who are like listening, like just advice in general you like to throw out there.
Yeah. I would say first and foremost, above everything else, speak with compassion and be kind to each other. Um, there are some things that maybe you don't even mean that don't they don't come off the way that you want them to. Like saying, "Oh, you're the prettiest one of this character that I've ever seen," because then what if someone else sees it and
Or
you
here's
know what
it.
I mean? Or just generally like, don't tear people down, man. We're all weird little nerds that just want to wear our little outfits and make little friends. And you can, if you don't vibe with someone, that's okay. Back away from them. You don't have to be aggressive about it. So just enjoy your time. Do this for you and no one else. And if doing this for you in a very genuine way builds you a community, then you know that you've done it right. Don't do it for anybody but you.
I honestly cannot argue with that. I really have to agree. No matter your age, your race, gender, height, weight, whatever, cosplay is for everybody.
Yeah.
But
Agreed.
as I did mention, if you are under the age of 18, I really would highly recommend be careful who you cosplay, because there are some characters that are not age appropriate for someone under the age of 18 to cosplay.
Yes, please be aware of your age, even if you feel like an adult at 16. When you turn 25 or whatever it may be, you'll look back and say, oh my God, I was in fact not an adult.
Oh no, well, definitely.
Yeah.
So to end this, would you care to promote yourself by letting people know those links that they can follow you at?
Yeah, they're pretty much all the same. It's mostly Vampy Kitty Claire. I'm that on TikTok, Instagram, Twitch, and my Twitter is almost the same, but Twitter didn't allow me to have that many characters. So it's Vamp without a Y, Vamp Kitty Claire.
Nice. I forgot to ask, what made you come up with that handle? It's something I forgot to ask at the beginning.
Oh, you know what? I almost did like Shigo the kitty because that's my cat's name. But then I didn't know if for
Huh.
some reason Disney would be mad about that because, corporations.
Eh,
So I picked Vampy because I like Halloween and spooky things. Kitty because I love my kitty cats. And then
no,
my name is Claire.
that works.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, as mentioned, those will be in the description below. Again, Claire, thank you for coming on to talk about what it's like being a cosplayer and sharing your convention and cosplay experience. And looking forward to seeing the cosplays you do later this year, and also hear about your experience for New York Comic Con.
Yeah, you were wonderful to talk to. Thank you for having me
You
on here. I
you
appreciate it.
you are very welcome. And as always, I am Wayne the Unknown. Until next time, thank you for listening, and as always, thank you for watching.